How's it going, everyone? Chris here, and welcome back to another Nintendo Direct leak discussion video. In today's video, we are actually going to be taking a look at a ton of extremely interesting new information because there have been rumblings for a very long time about a potential Nintendo Direct coming very soon. However, guys, it looks as though one is coming sooner than we think, as lots of people, Nintendo insiders specifically, have started talking about a Direct that could possibly happen as soon as next week. However, guys, as always, and I cannot stress this enough, just because there are a ton of insiders that are currently claiming that we are going to be seeing a Nintendo Direct very soon, that does not mean that this information is going to end up being 100% real, so make sure you guys take it with a grain of salt and realize that I'm talking about this just for fun. If you guys would like to read along while I talk, you can find a link to all of the original posts in the description bar down below, and now with all that out of the way, I have to tell you guys where this information came from. So guys, this information was sent in to me by one of my subscribers on my Twitter, so if you guys haven't already followed me there, you can find a link to my Twitter, as well as links to all of my social media presences, such as my Discord, Patreon, and Twitch, in the description right down below, as well as the pinned comment. And now guys, with all of that out of the way, we have a ton of information we need to look at today, including an article from VentureBeat, some retweets by Nintendo insiders, and other stuff, so let's go ahead and take a look at everything we need to. So guys, the first thing that I want to go ahead and take a look at is some information that has come forward from Zippo. Now, if you guys have no idea who Zippo is a person who has gotten a lot of stuff correct in the past. However, just like Sabi, he has gotten a cease and desist from Nintendo, so he is no longer going to be leaking Nintendo properties or anything else like that, at least at this current moment in time. Now, if you guys once again don't know who he is, basically, he is famous because he has predicted stuff like the Animal Crossing Direct. He actually predicted the exact date that was going to happen, and he's also given us some information about other Nintendo insider things before as well. However, guys, now that he's gotten this cease and desist, he decided to come forward and give us a little bit more information because lots of people are starting to say that the Nintendo Direct was delayed for some reason, and Zippo decided to weigh in on it. So as you guys can see on screen right now, here is exactly what Zippo had to say. So Zippo goes ahead and says, "Conspiracy theories are dumb and bad for critical thinking. No Direct has been delayed. I don't know where people are getting this blank from." So yeah, guys, lots of people are saying that the Direct originally got delayed, and honestly, like, Zippo could have saved some of his credibility because, as I'm sure you guys are all already aware, Zippo did claim that we were getting 2 Nintendo Directs last month. We were going to be getting a General Direct and an Animal Crossing Direct. So if he said, oh yeah, like, the Nintendo Direct got delayed, like, it would have made a lot more sense and saved his credibility, but he decided to come forward and say, yeah, I was wrong, so good for you, Zippo. That is honestly something that's really good. After that, the next thing that we have to go ahead and take a look at is some information by a Twitter user named Jeff Grubb. Now, to some people, yeah, I understand that, like, they don't know who Jeff Grubb is, and honestly, I didn't really know him as well until I decided to go ahead and take a look at him, but he is a person that works for VentureBeat.com, and to my knowledge, he does have some kind of, like, Nintendo insider knowledge, which is why I think it's important for us to go ahead and take a look at what he has to say, so let's go ahead and do just that. Also, guys, if you know anything more about Jeff Grubb, please let me know more about him in the comments section. So he goes ahead and says, "Okay, look, Nintendo is far into the process of preparing a Direct. It's likely coming next week. That could change. Pencil in March 18th, maybe March 19th, and it'll have a number of third-party games along with whatever it shows to fill out its 2020 lineup. Normally I just let this play out, but I know people are pretty anxious for this. It can feel like maybe they just won't do one until E3, but that's not the case. Nintendo has already picked most of the games it's including in the next Direct, so it's definitely coming soon. It's possible that next week's thing could turn out to be a Nindy Direct, or whatever they call the indie thing now, but there is still definitely a real Direct in the works involving games you could not consider indie. Nintendo did an indie showcase last March around GDC, so that would make sense. And if that's how this goes, we shouldn't have to wait much longer after that for the Direct proper. Sorry for all the hedging, but I think that all the event cancellations have made things more fluid. Updated the story. Indie thing next week, Nintendo Direct the week of March 26th. We're going to talk about it right now on the podcast. So yeah guys, this person is claiming that we are going to be getting a Nintendo Direct the week of March 26th, so that is the week after Animal Crossing comes out, and that is something that a lot of people believe is going to end up happening because there's lots of skepticism over whether or not Nintendo wants to go ahead and release a Direct right before Animal Crossing releases, because then it would kind of like be stealing thunder from Animal Crossing. Personally, I don't think that's any reason to hold back a general Nintendo Direct, but at the same time guys, it looks as though we are finally going to be getting one the week of March 26th, so yeah, that's something to get excited about. So now guys, let's go ahead and take a look at the article that comes from VentureBeat.com, which is titled March Nintendo Direct in the Works with Focus on 2020 Lineup. It starts by saying the next Nintendo Direct is in the works. The publisher hasn't confirmed the event quite yet, but it's in the final stages of putting the video presentation together. That's based on what we're hearing as well as some other indicators. Expect a Nintendo Direct soon. The company is penciling in one of its indie showcases, like the one it released around GDC 2019, for next week, likely March 18th. A full general Direct will follow soon after, likely on March 26th. Unlike the last two Directs, which focused on specific games, Pokemon and Animal Crossing New Horizons, the next Direct will take a broader look at the Nintendo Switch's upcoming lineup. Nintendo's first-party slate is the subject of many rumors, and I can't confirm what it will show off, but expect the company to continue relying heavily on remasters and ports. But Nintendo will also bring in support from third-party publishers and developers, so expect to hear about a wide variety of games that you can pick up for Nintendo's hybrid home/handheld Switch console through the summer and beyond. I've reached out to Nintendo, but it declined to comment. What proof is there that the Nintendo Direct is happening next week? The publisher hasn't announced the Direct quite yet, so things could change. And yes, this is absolutely me hedging, but Nintendo is deep into the process of putting the event together based on what I've heard. It is decided many of the third-party games will include in the event, so it's definitely happening and almost certainly before the end of March. The company also updated the Nintendo Direct playlist on its Japanese YouTube account. The last time it did that was a week before the Animal Crossing Direct. I wouldn't normally read too much into that pattern. Nintendo doesn't behave in a consistent manner that is easy to predict, but this is some circumstantial evidence that lines up with everything else. Finally, Nintendo needs to communicate its lineup, and not even to fans. The publisher is coming up on the end of its fiscal year on March 31st, and investors will want to know how Nintendo plans to keep generating revenue. It could do that with a conference call with analysts and its shareholders, but it's more likely that Nintendo would actually present its lineup to fans first at this point. The last general Nintendo Direct was in September, and fans know almost nothing about what is coming to Switch beyond Animal Crossing. A Direct would enable Nintendo to carry some momentum into its fiscal year end, and it could then also point to the Direct as evidence of future revenue during its shareholder meeting in the spring. If this Direct pans out, we should hear about it early next week, so yeah guys, there have been tons of mumblings over the next Nintendo Direct, and it looks as though we have even more evidence. As I'm sure you guys all heard yesterday, we got the announcement on Mario Day of a Mario and Lego crossover, and during that, the European retailer Game actually leaked some really interesting information by saying that we should have seen all this information come out in a Nintendo Direct. Now, there are lots of fans who were saying that, oh, they just made a mistake, and that was kind of the Direct. The 3-second or 4-second trailer we got was a Direct. But honestly, guys, we've been due for a Direct for a while, so yeah, it seems as though they just accidentally let that leak out, which definitely does not look good on their part. Alongside that, guys, we also have some game insiders that we know for a fact are insiders who have retweeted this. Specifically, Imran Khan, who is a Nintendo insider, actually retweeted this post from VentureBeat on Twitter, so yeah, it looks as though lots of the insiders are starting to agree that we are going to be getting a Nintendo Direct very soon, and that's very exciting. However, guys, with all of that being said, do I believe that we are going to be getting a Nintendo Direct anytime soon? I mean, honestly, guys, yeah. We have been waiting for a Direct since September, and I feel as though right now is the best time to do it. It has now been officially the longest Nintendo Direct drought in history, and I understand that there might have been some outside forces that caused the Direct to get delayed or whatever, but yeah, it seems as though at this point the time is right, the iron is hot, it's time to strike. Nintendo, show us what you got. Wow, that rhyme was fire. Okay, guys, with all of that being said, make sure you guys let me know your thoughts about everything that we talked about in today's video in the comment section down below. Do you guys believe that we have a Nintendo Direct coming up real soon? Or do you guys think that it's not going to happen until E3 or, well, sometime around E3 because obviously E3 was canceled? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. So thank you guys all so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe, share, and like. And I will see you guys next time. Take care.